Hello everyone, welcome to the 7th episode of Goals Masters YouTube series, and today I have Daniel and I came all the way from Poland just for this interview to meet Daniel.
That's right. Yeah.
Welcome Daniel to the show, and first of all I would like to know more about you so that the audience know about your background, your passion for sports, and something more about yourself as well.
Of course, yeah. So my pleasure to be here, thank you very much. My name is Daniel, I'm from Hungary, and I am also on the Goals Masters program, just like you. But compared to you, as you are at the events management track, my track is the sports industry. So this makes me stay right now in the second semester of the master in Vilnius, Lithuania. So I completed my bachelor's degree in Budapest, Hungary, in business administration, and I applied this program to make me in an international environment, and the sport was always my passion. So I wanted to pursue a degree in this field. I was never a professional sportsman, but I do like many sports. Also watching and following and playing, like tennis, football, skiing, cycling, sailing. So yeah, this is it.
Pretty interesting. This reminds me of the Paris Masters. We saw Rolex Masters about tennis. So going back to the sports, can you share something more about the popular sports in Hungary, and overall how's Hungary doing in sports?
Of course, yeah. So the most popular sport in Hungary is obviously football, as all around Europe, I guess. But I also have to highlight that Hungary is pretty good at water sports. So in water polo, swimming and kayaking, the top performers are Hungarians, definitely. And when it comes to the sporting environment of the country, the sport infrastructure development is definitely a key aspect, especially in the past 12 years. So in the past few weeks I was just making a presentation about this, I made a research. And I just figured out that for football stadium development, the government has invested more than $1 billion in the past 12 years, which is a huge amount of money, and leads to also some controversies in the country, whether this money should have spent in other ways or not. Definitely Hungary is a very, very sportive country, so the people are fan of sport, and mostly in the individual sports, and as I mentioned, water sports, and basically all kinds of sports, they are performing in a quite good level.
All right, so moving ahead, let's talk about Goals Masters, and since this is our end of second semester almost, and it's been more than like 9 months. So how's your experience so far, and what do you think, if you reflect back, what has been the best aspect of the program which has helped you, and you think it will help you later on as well in your professional career as well?
Yeah, so as I already said, I initially applied to this master's because I wanted to be involved in my passion, in the environment where I can be passionate at. And the first semester was really good. I loved it. I was almost gonna say that it was intense, but thinking back, it truly was. So having like 17 separate classes, all days were completely different. When I woke up at one day, I didn't know what that day is going to bring me or what to expect,
Yes.
So that was definitely a pleasure and a challenge. I really like that way, how we initially got together, many nationalities, many different backgrounds, and all the classes were interesting with a lot of different professors, a lot of guest lecturers. At the first integration week we had some amazing experiences, like going to the Decathlon Center or to the LOSC. And as you already mentioned, we have organized ourselves for many memorable experiences by ourselves, like going to the Paris Masters or making some journeys just for fun, going to Normandy and all the things like that. it was definitely a pleasure for me the first semester and a great experience, and I'm just looking forward for the next ones.
Brilliant. So in many of the previous episodes, it was people from the other track who were discussing about their experience in Torun. So now you are from the other track and you are currently in Vilnius and you're studying at MRU. So
Yes.
I would like to know a bit more about your university. How's it here? How are your studies and subjects? And do you have any review for all those students who are want to pursue this program and want to decide whether they want to go for sports track or the events track? So if your experience can be helpful, it will be great.
Yeah. So maybe it was already highlighted before that the two tracks are now separated. So at the first semester we were 22, and now 12 of you guys are in Turun, and 10 of us are in Vilnius. So this is the sports industry track at the Mikolas Romeris University. What I can highlight is that the greeting when we arrived here was very warm, and the group is really close to each other, and we are really taken good care of by our professors and by the supervisors here. So we are having a comfortable and really enjoyable position and every day here. Coming to the lectures, we have way less lectures than we had in France, so altogether in the semester only 4, which makes it less intense obviously than it was in France, it also lets us to dive deeper in those topics and to maybe do some research on an individual basis, or there's also the master thesis preparation, which allows us to dig deeper into our favorite topics maybe and to already think about it. We are definitely having more spare time, let's say, here than we had in France, but it's definitely enjoyable here as well. And when it comes to the cons, maybe the weather. So it's up to the north here. Pretty cold. Right now when we are recording, this is the end of April, and 3 days ago it was just snowing. It was not easy from this perspective. The first month we arrived here in February. And also it is also a much smaller country and smaller environment than France and Lille was. So the opportunities are also not that not separated, but like there is a less wider choice. But when it comes to the sports, this is definitely a basketball country. So Lithuanians are, this is their religion, and they love basketball very much, and mostly everything is organized around it. And we had the great opportunity to visit the Zalgiris Kaunas game against Real Madrid in Kaunas a few weeks ago. So it was a great pleasure, and really when we are talking about sports here at the classes, everything is around basketball and this environment. So this is a really unique perspective for sure.
Yeah, yesterday I visited your university, and there was a basketball match going on between two different teams, and it were some teams from the other, I think, universities. So it was really intense match, and the quality of the game was really superb. So since we were talking about different nationalities and students in our class as well, so I would like to know about your experience working with different students, different colleagues from different backgrounds and different countries, continents. So how was your experience, and how challenging it can become sometimes when people have different views, and what have you learned from it?
Yeah, so when we got together first last year, September, it was 16 nationalities, among of us the 22 students from 4 continents. So as you also mentioned, it was definitely a challenge. Maybe at the beginning, everyone was a bit, hectic, a bit worried about how things will go, but this was not concerned by the fact that many nationalities are together, just because everyone was in a new and foreign environment at first. But I think we have supported each other and we try to enjoy the position where we were at that time. And maybe at the beginning, when it came to group works, basically there were probably some challenges working together. But I think throughout the semester, everyone has managed to get through on it and to adapt themselves. Yeah, it just reminds me of the last dinner we had together before Christmas. So it was Jan also highlighted that how close we are to each other, and yeah, this is I believe really true. So yeah, I think everyone has adapted and find themselves in a good and comfortable position in such an intense international environment.
Okay, and last but the most important question is for me is your perspective and your expectations from the summer school, because we are having a very nice and well-planned summer school. So would you like to share some details since many of the people haven't heard about it yet?
Of course, yeah. So now you're providing me the privilege to present this amazing opportunity to your audience. Okay, that's lovely. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, the summer school this year is going to be held in Nice, in the French Riviera, especially so not in Nice, close to Nice in Antibes, I think. It's going to last for 5 or 6 days. It is really nice place. According to my personal belief, that's one of the best places in whole Europe, and it's gonna be on the spot this summer. So the Olympics is going to happen in France this year, and they are not going to have only events in Paris, but also at the southern part of the country, like the football matches, for example, in the Nice Stadium. So during the summer school, we are going to have the chance to visit the Olympic Games, the 2024 Paris Games, watching football games in Nice. We will also have the chance to attend the Tour de France, which I think is going to end there in Nice.
In the last stage.
Yeah, last stage. So it is just amazing how lucky we can be to attend these two extraordinary events at the same time at this wonderful place at the summer. And there are also going to be many activities organized for us, for example, like mountain biking and many activities in the sea. So I'm super excited about it and really looking forward. And yeah, it's just another unique and really lovely aspect of this program, that we are having such opportunities at the summer.
Yeah, that's all, and thank you so much, Daniel, and it was a pleasure having you in this episode.
Thank
and
you
also
much.
All the best for your semester, and let's see how this summer school goes for us.
Of course, yeah, thank you very much.
Everyone, thank you for watching, and if you like the video, do share with your friends, whoever is interested in Goals Master, as this can be very useful information for all those who are interested. Thank you so much, and goodbye.